Vladimir Putin's top advisors are lying to him about the invasion. They aren't telling him how terribly it's really going because they're afraid to give him the truth. That's according to a new U.S. intelligence assessment from the Pentagon. Of course, the rest of the world has seen the outgunned and outnumbered Ukrainians make mincemeat out of the mighty Russian war machine and push the invaders back in some key areas. We've seen images like these near the city of Kyiv today of destroyed and abandoned Russian armored vehicles, the bodies of Russian soldiers left behind to rot on the streets. All the while, Vladimir Putin, the ex-KGB intelligence officer, has apparently been left in the dark. A U.S. official says accurate information about Russia's failures on the battlefield and the impact of the crippling sanctions is not making its way to Putin himself. Putin didn't even know his military was using and losing conscripts in Ukraine, the official says, showing a clear breakdown in the flow of accurate information to the Russian president. The U.S. official says there's now a rift and tensions between Putin and his own military leaders because he feels like they misled him. The Russians do continue to shell and bombard areas near Kyiv and Chernihiv in northern Ukraine, even after they promised to drastically reduce attacks there. This is a local market in Chernihiv hit by Russian strikes just today. The local governor says Russian forces shelled his city all night, damaging homes and civilian targets. Today, the Pentagon reports there are zero signs that the Russians are de-escalating, and the Russian troops that are moving away from Kyiv are only repositioning, possibly for another major offensive elsewhere.
If the Russians were really serious about de-escalating and the way they spun this yesterday, that they're trying to take the pressure off, well, then send them home. And that's not what they're doing, at least not yet.
In southeastern Ukraine, these new satellite images show sheer devastation in the city of Mariupol. Keep in mind, this is a Russian-speaking city that Putin claimed he was liberating, his brothers. Instead, he turned homes and apartment buildings into ash. This is the theater where around 300 civilians are now feared dead after a Russian airstrike. And these are massive lines of crowds of people waiting for food outside a grocery store. In a new video just tonight, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is vowing to fight for every meter of Ukrainian soil and not give up anything. We begin our coverage with Ali Arouzi, reporting live tonight in western Ukraine. Ali.
Hi, Shep. Well, Vladimir Zelensky confirming what U.S. officials and his own military commanders have been saying, that this is not a withdrawal but a repositioning and a rotation of Russian troops. And that's because the Russian assault on Kyiv has been such a disaster. Not only have they not been able to take the capital, but they've lost control of many of the surrounding areas that they controlled early on in this conflict. So the shift of focus may now be on the Donbass region, where the Pentagon has confirmed that 1,000 foreign mercenaries are backing Russian troops in that area. There's probably going to be some heavy fighting there, but it also underscores that the Russian military might has shrunk. They have faced fierce resistance by the Ukrainians, and that's giving the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian civilians renewed confidence in this battle that is showing no signs of abating anytime soon.
Ali, President Biden spoke with President Zelensky today. Do we know what came of their call?
Well, they would have spoken about that $500 million in humanitarian and military aid, about new defensive systems that they may send here, and about those 6 shipments that have already come to Ukraine, with more to come. But Zelensky would have probably reiterated what he said so many times, that they need more military assistance. They need tanks, they need planes, they need defensive systems to stave off the Russian assault. They probably would have also spoken about those peace talks yesterday that have produced no tangible results as of yet. And that is not least of all because Vladimir Putin has shown no signs of wanting to end this war anytime soon. But apparently there are going to be new peace talks on the 1st of March, but they're only going to be online.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.